Okay, on the end of the fabric bolt, you have quite a bit of information that can help you out. First, you have the manufacturer's name, and then the name of the fabric itself. Sometimes you'll even have a designer's name here, and that helps you locate more fabric in case you run out and where you got this fabric isn't available anymore. There will also be a fiber content. This is important. You want to know what your fiber is made out of. This is Kona cotton, a special kind of cotton, and it says that it's 100% cotton. So you know that this is probably washable. It'll probably shrink. You can look up the different characteristics of the various fibers. It will tell you if there's different percentages. It might say cotton and polyester. It might say silk. It might say wool. Whatever is the content, it'll have all of the content on there. This right here, it says yards, but what that means is how many yards were on the bolt when it started. So it doesn't really give you any information for now because you don't know how many people bought yardage already. Over here, somewhere on the bolt end, is going to be the width of the fabric. The width is the length on the bolt, so however wide that is. In this case, it's double folded. It also says that it's made in Japan, and it gives you washing or directions to clean the fabric. It might say dry clean only, or it'll say here's how you iron it or don't iron it. So very explicit directions how to take care of that fabric. On the very end here, we've got the price per yard. What that means is the fabric going this way, so the length of fabric that you buy is this cost per yard. Now that we know what information is on the end of the bolt, let's go take a look at the selvages on the fabric because that has additional information for you. Once you have your fabric at home, there is some information on the selvage edge of the fabric to help you identify it also. The selvage edge is the woven edge, and it's not part that you're going to use in your sewing. You're actually going to cut that part off, but it does have the manufacturer's name, the name of the fabric itself in case you want to go buy more, and on this one there's the website of the fabric, so you can go to the manufacturer's site. You can see this is a print that has a lot of different colors, some wonderful monkeys, and here on the edge it shows you exactly what colors were used in that print. So if you want to go and, let's say, make a sash or some contrasting color that would go with the fabric, use this little chart right here, and that shows you every color that was used when they manufactured this particular print. It's a great resource. Another thing you want to look at is that might be on the edge is whether the fabric is licensed. This one says you can only use it for individual consumption. That means you can make something for yourself or a present for someone, but you cannot make 50 tote bags, for example, and sell them on Etsy. It's not licensed for that, so don't do that. When you go into the fabric store, what you see is bolts of fabric that are lined up, usually by color, but they're stored on these bolts in order to give you a better view of the fabric in the drape. These bolts right here are the normal size that you'll find. They range in width about 40 to 45 inches wide, and the fabric is actually folded in half. There's a fold right here, so it's stored on the bolt that way. Sometimes you'll see a bolt that's quite a bit taller, and what that means is this fabric is wider than this fabric here. In order to store it when it has extra width, it has to go on a taller bolt. So again, the fabric is folded in half and placed on the taller bolt. If you paid the same amount per yard for these two fabrics, you would actually be getting more yardage on this one because it's a wider width.